Yeah, wow. Hey guys, quick question before I start today's video. I want you to take a guess, and I want you to guess what's different about me today. Seriously, I want you to actually guess. Like, take a look and tell me what's different about me. I'll give you some time. No, you fat pieces of shit. I'm sunburned. Here's some pictures of me of where I'm sunburned. I mean, it's getting better now, but back then, it was pretty bad. So anyway, I went to a birthday party, and the location was at a water park. Me, including like 5 other people, had showed up. And we had a good time. Since I was having a great time, before then, I thought I'd put enough sunscreen on my body for it to last 4 hours. Turns out it didn't. You know how when you go in the water, you might even go up to like chest length, or if you're really cautious, you can go up to neck length. It kind of just like that shit just washes off. That's exactly what happened. It's stupid. But it didn't stop us from having a good time. However, today I wanted to talk about something that's been a bothersome of mine. And we're not gonna discuss anything about Logan Paul. I'm pretty sure we can all agree that we've covered that quite enough. Today I want to talk to you guys about water. Hey guys, welcome to a brand new segment of this channel. It's called News with Nick. Here on News with Nick, I talk about things that either have happened positively or negatively to me. Mainly it's like a current topic, or it's also a current topic within the YouTube realm, or I just like to talk about random things in general. Things that might bother me, things that make me happy, and I just want to talk about it. News with Nick started when I was in high school. I was a very popular trend back in high school. People loved me. People would always see me in the hallways like, "Is that News with Nick? Wow, dude, News with Nick is so cool. He's the best. I want to become News with Nick." Okay. Just chill out, man. I love you guys too. And also, just in case if you're interested, there's actually a few of them already on the main channel. The ones that are on there include the Thanksgiving special, 2 Christmas specials, and then my birthday special. I'll put some links in the description below, because who cares about what month it is? There's such thing as Christmas in July, right? Who cares if it's August? July didn't happen. July ended not that long ago anyway. Anyways, my first topic for News with Nick is about water. And now I'll be more specific this time. Swimming is one of the most basic traits our human bodies can do. Sometimes swimming can be a type of hobby for an individual, especially if you live in a neighborhood with local lakes, like I do. But there are certain choices you make as to where you want to swim. And your options are you either have lakes, pools, or water parks. And that's exactly what I want to talk about with you guys today. Number 1, attractions. So this first segment's going to be really basic. Water parks they're just full of ass. Literally. I've probably accidentally touched like 10 people's asses. Some of them may or may not have been guys. This happened at the wave pool. The wave pool is essentially like a normal pool, except it's just overpopulated. The way it works is that, from time to time, there will be a bell, and that bell indicates when the waves will be coming in. And then, you kind of ride the waves. You can either go by yourself, or you can go with one of those like donut-shaped rafts. And, it's actually a good time. If it wasn't so overpopulated, of course. And the surprising thing about that is, it was the number 1 spot, at least at the water park that I went to, because it was the closest thing to a real pool. And including that, the only other attractions that were there at the water park were the water slide and the lazy river. And we'll actually get to those in a little bit. There were so many people in that pool, to a point where it seemed like I was a part of the pool itself. Honestly, I think the wave pool is just geared towards like really weird perverts, because no matter where you are in that pool, you're still gonna be touching someone's ass. Also, after a little while, it started to give me a headache, so I kind of just stopped and moved on. And so has this conversation. Number 2, the lazy river. It's boring. I'm actually just kidding. However, we're not gonna talk about it because it's the closest thing to relaxation at a water park. Number 3, the water slide. Here's another question. Which water park attraction do you think is better? The wave pool or the water slide? I mean, honestly, for me, I don't know. You got long lines at a water slide, which makes it more dreadful. At least you don't have to wait at long lines at a wave pool. You just hop in and go whatever you want. Basically, at the water slide, you have to wait at a set of stairs in front or behind large groups of people. And the stairs, obviously they get higher and higher, until you're all the way at the top. Now, I'm not a big fan of heights or stomach drops, because by the time you've reached the top and you realize how high up you are, nope. Not doing it. Now, water slides do come in different shapes and sizes, and I am aware of that, but they're either too high and rapid, or just too short and pussy-like, and that'd be geared towards, like, smaller kids. Personally, I like playground slides better. But Nick, playground slides are also for little kids. Who cares? Back in elementary school, we used to break the rules all the time. And, like at recess, and, nobody would pay attention or just gave a shit. But, at least we were still cautious with how we misbehaved, and we still do this, and I'm almost in college. Anyway, we either climbed up the slide, like literally climbed up the slide, or we climbed in the slide. And if you're one of those people who say that playground slides are only for little kids, then you have no freedom or life whatsoever. You can never do stuff like that at a water park, and don't do that. Don't ever do that. I mean, I didn't do it, but it's dangerous, it's downright retarded, and you'll get kicked out. So anyways, point is, I don't like water slides because of the heights and the stomach drops. I like playground slides better. And since we were talking about behavior at playgrounds, let's talk about the behavior at water parks. That's number 2. And I mean literally number 2. Now, we all know that there are people today who are they're just really stupid, who do really stupid things. Like, so stupid to where they're not even aware of the stupidity in their own actions, For example, business in the pool. Now, luckily, I've never encountered a real-life situation where I've seen this happen before. But, it's obviously happened, and it's always caused by kids. Whether it was done on accident or if people are just really mindless and stupid, it's always caused by kids. Sometimes it can be those kids who just have no discipline whatsoever, who think they can do whatever the they want. But the only place at the water park in which it's necessary to do that is in the fucking toilet. You know that urine turns into a different color in the pool because of the chemicals and the chlorine. Like, are you even aware of that? Also, I'm allergic to chlorine, just wanted to put that out there. And how everyone has to evacuate from the pool because you're a dumbass. Wow, congratulations. Like, you have the decency to walk to the bathroom, right? Like, did your brain just, take a hit from bumping into all those people at the wave pool and it just drained itself into the pool drain? Why are people just so sick? I hate it. Lifeguards. Now, the whole purpose of having lifeguards is to ensure that people follow the rules, stay safe, and to make sure that kids don't go to the bathroom in the pool, which makes going to the pool just boring. But not only that, since there are so many people that they need to look out for, it becomes so much to a point where they're just annoying as f***. Here's a few examples. Hey kids, no splashing in each other's faces! Hey, stop running around the pool, you'll fall off! Hey, stop staring at my tits! Hey, face, no swearing on pool ground! There's children here! Where's the freedom? You'll never find stuff like this at a lake or a non-public pool, because the less people there are, the less chaos will occur, which means the better chance your child will just behave. No lifeguards are needed ever. Number 3, currency. Now, this segment of the video is something, I think all of us can agree with. The prices at the water park. Now, some water parks don't really cost that much. The one I went to became as expensive as $20 per person to only do 3 things. It's not a fancy vacation. It's a few hours away from electronics, enjoying a visit at the local water park. You can go on a real vacation, like staying at a hotel, and even their pools are free. The food at the water park is just as ridiculous. $2 for a drink, and double the price for food. I mean, it's probably a really hot day, and people are just sweating their ass off. They're either really thirsty or really hungry, and they're begging for water or even some sort of drink. They can't drink pool water, of course, because you'll get sick. It's chlorine. I mean, cut your customers some slack. Why is everybody so greedy when it comes to money? And here's the part that really annoyed me the most. The lockers. Now, since that Saturday, I haven't attended a water park in 4 years, but I certainly didn't remember having me pay 4 quarters to put my clothes into a locker. By then, you've already, spent your money just trying to get into the place, and now you gotta pay again to put your in? Let's think about this. Let's do a real-life home demonstration. Look, I opened my drawer, I put the clothes in the drawer, I closed the drawer, and now I'm done. I didn't need coins to put my in my own drawer. Do you know how pathetic and lifeless that sounds? The only good thing about water parks is, at least you don't have to pay for the parking. But even that is still a problem. Because so many people go to the water park, all of the parking spaces, are filled up so quickly that now you have to find an alternative parking spot. We had to park in an area that was entitled overflow parking. It started with 6 cars parking, including ours. And by the time we were heading out to leave, which was 4 hours from now, nearly the whole parking lot was filled. So if more people were to arrive, they would have to find another alternative parking spot and entitle this one an overflow of overflowing parking. So now I'd I'd like to rate everything. And even though I haven't talked about pools as much as I did about water parks, pools are obviously more laid back, but it also depends on what pool you go to. And out of all of those three, I think it's very obvious that I like lakes better. But just for fun, I'd like to also discuss the downside of lakes. And I'll make it extremely quick. Lakes tend to get real dirty easily sometimes. They have seaweed, and I know little kids extremely hate those. You could get tangled up by them if you're not careful, and then you could drown. And another thing, it was cool at first when we found this substance called clay at the bottom of lakes. And I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but you do realize that it's fish poop. So you're a disgusting put that shit down, literally. And speaking of shit, it's seagulls, geese, and ducks' #1 bathroom spot. Just please go somewhere else that involves water that people don't hang out. Please do the world a favor. Also, I thought geese were extinct. Fun fact, did you know when I was 10 years old, a fish bit my left nipple? I mean, it's better than going at the water park and accidentally touching someone's ass. Anyways, look, lakes are my #1 choice. It's actually one of my favorite vacation spots, like Lake Michigan. And speaking of that, there's some people who buy a vacation home that consists of a beach and a pool, which trumps the whole purpose of buying a lakefront home. Long story short, lakes are the best. And this concludes my PSA about water. Thanks for watching the first official News with Nick video. And I don't really count the Thanksgiving, Christmas specials, or the birthday specials, because they were meant for News with Nick episodes at school. And I also wanted to save them for this channel as well. So basically, this counts as my first episode on this channel. So, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also, I posted 3 questions down in the comments section below, asking you guys, which of the 3 attractions do you prefer at the water park? What are the things you like or dislike about them? And do you prefer lakes, pools, or water parks? Alright, so make sure you leave a comment answering one of those questions, or if you want to, you can just make a really retarded statement about anything, because that's what the YouTube comment section is for, right? So again, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like the video, comment on the video answering one of those questions, and spread the news about water parks, because lakes are better. Bye-bye!